The Dark Animus is the 9th encounter in the Throne of Thunder. Including the boss, there are a bunch of ads that will also have to be dealt with. The encounter centers around a resource called Anima. When an ad gains enough Anima, it will become active. Ads gain Anima by killing smaller ads close by. There will be a total of 100 Anima in the encounter, and right at the beginning, the Anima will go to the Anima Golems. Killing an ad will cause its Anima to jump to the closest available ad and will activate the ad if it has no Anima at the time. If it's a critically damaged ad, then it will just get up and not do anything. Okay, so don't be confused, let's just go over all the ads and what they do. There are 25 Anima Golems in the fight, and they each have an Anima pool of 4. The ad has an ability called Acceleration Link. Being close to another Anima Golem will grant both ads the buff. This increases damage by 175% and attack speed by 250%, and movement speed by 30%. So at the beginning, 13 of the 25 ads will not be active and won't be active during the fight unless, you give them some Anima and they stand up and do nothing. The ads have a 90% reduced AoE buff, and they are immune to slows. To deal with these cocks, everyone needs to pick up one of the 12 ads and tank them while keeping them far enough apart so that they don't link. The tanks will each need to pick up 2 ads. The next ad is the large Anima Golem, where there's 8 of them. These guys have a pool of 8 and only 5 of them will be active. The ad will use Crimson Wake, which is a void zone lasting 30 seconds. They will chase someone, so just run away from them. There will be 2 massive Anima Golems. These have a pool of 32. These cocks have 2 abilities. Matter Swap is a debuff that is used on a current target which lasts for 10 seconds. When the debuff wears off or is dispelled, the player will switch positions with the person furthest away from them. This will also do a bunch of damage split amongst the 2 players. The damage dealt is 100% of the player's health is damage, but split amongst the 2 players. The time it's dispelled actually affects who takes what amount of damage. If it's dispelled right away or it runs out, one of the player will take all the damage. So to dispel it when there's 5 seconds left on it. The other ability is Explosive Slam. This deals damage within 9 yards of the target and causes players to take increased damage from future explosive slams. So don't stand near the tanks when this is used. Tanks will need to swap these guys off at about 5 stacks. Now we'll move on to the actual boss and his abilities. Note that the boss will be unactivated at the beginning, but like all the other ads, it only needs a little bit of Anima to become active. Every few seconds, Siphon Anima is used, where he drains 1 Anima from golems around the room that have Anima. This is why you want to store up as much Anima as possible into as few ads as possible. So instead of the boss getting, let's say, like 25 or 24 Anima, he would get, for example, only like 7. Because of the complexity of the encounter, the guide will actually have to be split into 2 parts to keep it under the 5-minute benchmark.